Hey everyone, Lisa again with a pick a card reading. This time we're asking the question, what's happening in my career, please, Spirit? So as usual, this will be pile 1, this will be pile 2, this will be pile 3. Timestamps are in the description and I'll see you in the reading. Hi pile 1, if you chose this pile, then this will be your reading. What's happening in your career right now? Full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Be bold and make the first move. Hydromancy, illusion. Coins, abundance. Desiree, no, conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait and look into other options and ask the angels to help guide and comfort you. Seraphina, I am the angel of families. A happy change to or addition is coming to your family. Speaker, your life purpose involves your skills of oration and books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So the first thing that I'm getting when I jump into your career field, guys, is that you are in a transitional phase where I do feel like there could be someone in your environment who is able to give you a hand up and a hand out when it comes to getting to where you need to be in order to be noticed. So I think that don't let pride get in your way is just referring to don't be too proud to ask for help. Don't be too proud to ask for some support if you need it. If your manager, your CEO, your CFO is in a position where they aren't really supporting you and you need extra support to be at your best, I would say it's time to smash the illusions that are surrounding you in your career at the moment that aren't really supporting you in creating the best outcomes that you can probably make. Because what I see here is that you are in a holding pattern. You are in a transitional phase. The universe is saying to you, there are some things that you need to read up on, some things that you need to research in order to create this abundance that you're creating in your career field right now. And what I would say also is that for some of you watching this reading, that your family is going to have a really big impact on your career. So an example of that would be if you're a mum, your children might be impacting on your career right now and your ability to give all that you've got to give. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually really beautiful. That's what the universe wants us to be here for, is to procreate. It also could be that there is someone watching this reading who has a family business, and that's why family will be impacting on your career moving forward. If that is the case, I would say to you, it's time to break down the illusions that other people hold to be true about you. An example of that would be, let's say you have a sister-in-law in a family business who is really determined to paint you as this person who is incompetent when it comes to reading. The truth is, you actually read a lot and you are very good at reading and intaking information, and they've created this illusion that just isn't true. So be bold and make the first move and step up and speak out if this is happening to you, because I think that ultimately in your career you're being supported in growth right now. So I do see that your career is going in the right direction, but I do feel like there are some things that you can do to help yourself to get out of this stuck position and into the next phase of your career. So let's jump in and get some clarity with the tarot and see what else is coming up for you. Advice for pile 1, please, Spirit, in relation to their career. Knight of Pentacles. So it's long-term planning, I think, is what they're asking you to do at the moment, because there is a celebration coming in, and it could be that you have an unexpected pregnancy that's going to impact on your career. That could also be happening here. So just keep an open mind, take what resonates, leave the rest. Remember, this is a collective reading, so there will be several messages coming through. Some might resonate, some might not. You could always check another pile, or if you're looking for a personal reading, please do check out the description below. Three of Cups, Six of Wands, the Moon, the World, and the Six of Pentacles. So ultimately, I do feel like you're on the right career with, you're on the right track with your career at the moment. I'm definitely feeling like there is recognition coming for you after a completion of a difficult time, but not everything is what it appears to be. With the moon coming up as well as illusion, there could be some and conditions aren't favorable right now, I do feel like there could potentially be someone who is deceptive in your work field at the moment. If that is the case, don't worry, you do have a protection. And I would say to you that it is important that you make sure that you are standing up for yourself and pointing out when someone is creating those illusions around you, because you do have the support of the divine, meaning they can try all they like to disillusion the world surrounding your particular gifts and your contributions to the workspace. But ultimately, people see you for who you are and they know the contribution that you're making. So it doesn't matter how hard they try. Ultimately, you're going to come out on top because you are celebrating here and you do have your long-term goals in sight and are moving towards them in a methodical and logistical way that is going to lead to other people recognizing your strengths, recognizing your passions, recognizing what you did to get to the completion of this last project that I see happening back here. For those of you who are not yet into the career path that you want to get into, I would say that there needs to be an adjustment in your viewpoint when it comes to study. I do feel like there is some study that needs to happen here in order to lead to the abundance that you're looking for. It could be that you need to relearn a skill and that's why you are being stalled at the moment. Another way of saying that is don't let your pride get in the way of thinking that you know everything when there could be something that you could be brushing up on and studying about that helps you to get to this abundance that you need to get to. Because ultimately, I do feel like you are coming to a conclusion about the abundance or the financial aspects of your career that need a little bit of a tweaking. It's almost like they're saying, just hold steady for like 20 minutes, because not really 20 minutes, obviously I'm exaggerating there. Hold steady for now while the universe shifts and aligns things in your favor, because for some of you, there, as I said, there is an unexpected pregnancy that's going to impact on your career. For others of you, I feel like there's an unexpected opportunity. It's a new project that the company is taking on that will require you to be the lead in some way of this new project that they're taking on, or this thing that they're birthing as a company. I think that you're going to take the lead on that. And the problem is that it hasn't happened yet, so you don't know it's coming. So take that as it resonates. I do think that there are some things hidden under the surface of your career right now that are getting ready to germinate. Seraphina is also talking about things that we're giving birth to over time. And it's just saying to you, because it came out right next to Desiree, it's saying, don't worry, it's not the time right now to progress or grow your career. Right now, it's time to chop wood and carry water. Do the fundamentals. Get the basics down pat. Because you already know where you're headed in your long-term career. You're on the path. You're taking the steps. Soon there'll be reason to celebrate. And it's a big celebration because it's a completion of a big phase of your career that you're going into. And as a result, there is a lot more money coming in and a lot of people are recognizing the growth that you've had over this period that you're going through right now. Also, I want to say to you that no matter what the illusions are on the outside, the only truth that you can listen to is your own. Ultimately, when we're going through our careers, all of us have a soul calling. All of us have something inside of us that's guiding us and pushing us in certain directions. Sometimes when we are in a situation at work where someone else is taking credit for the work that we're doing, or there's some delusions surrounding somebody else's contribution to the company, I think that it's important to remember that pride and ego are different to self-esteem and self-worth. And it's important to recognize, where am I really worthy of the attention that I'm getting? Because you do have special skills that only you have. And I think it's important to remind you of those skills. So sometimes you need to learn how to speak about yourself in a way that doesn't come across as egoic. It comes across as worthy. And I think that that's a big lesson that you're learning in the process of going through this change in your career that you're going through at the moment, or this holding pattern that you're in your career at the moment. That being said, I think that you do have a lot of value to offer because you do have the abundance card here. It's saying to you, be bold, make the first move, put yourself up for that promotion. Let them know that you want to take a lead on a new project that's coming into the being birthed by the company. Let them know what you can offer that you may have hidden behind closed doors. Like maybe you're really good and have a skill at finance that you've never let your company know that you have. And all of a sudden, when they find out that you have this skill that you are speaking up about, all of a sudden, it's like they're saying, oh, wow, we didn't even think of you for this role. But now that we know this about you, of course, you're the logical choice. You know all of our company policies. You know the direction that we're trying to head in. We've seen the quality of your work. We know your work ethic. Let's do it. So this is a month where you need to speak up about what your desires are moving forward in the company. What do you think your career progression path looks like with the company that you're working with? And breaking down the illusions and the deceptions in the field that are stopping you from reaching your full potential, but being humble enough in the process to look at your life and your career path in a way that allows you to really get the foundation right. So foundation building is something that I think is going to be a big part of this as well, guys. So I hope that helped. Please do let me know in the comments what's happening in your career. Did I hit it or not? Open to constructive criticism. But if so, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Hi, pal 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's jump in and see, what does Spirit want you to know about your career right now? Freedom. You're free to do what you choose. Energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are important and they're a part of your life purpose. Bridget. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. Opal. Your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. Chronology. Certainty. Psychometry. Sensitivity. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Time to give rather than to take. So immediately when I jump into this pile, I want to let you guys know that I feel like you are the healers of my piles this week. I think that you guys are the spiritual workers. You guys are the ones that have a deep and meaningful connection to spirit that's going to play a major role in your collective career contribution to the group. And I want to say to you that having a family is actually part of our spiritual work, and career sometimes can be about the career that we have caring for other people. So this will be my pile for our nurses, for our doctors, for anyone who's in a healing profession, anyone who is a caretaker by trade. These energies are here to let you know that you're on the right track with that, and that you do have the freedom to choose what you want to do with your healing gifts. There's no specific pathway that's right for everybody, but it's just a little note to let you know that I think that sometimes as healers, we can end up giving too much, and then we lose our balance in what we're giving and taking. And I think that Spirit is trying to say to you, it's a time to give rather than to take. And I think it's a time to give to yourself, not necessarily to everybody else. They're cautioning you that you don't need to push forward with your career right now, because I feel like it's one of those times where the universe is actually going to be taking care of you each and every step of the way, because you are a healer, because you are a spiritual worker, because you are a caring person. The universe isn't making you go down the pathway of like the traditional route in career. And I think that that's a really important message for you guys. So there are two types of people in the world. There are the people who have the certainty, who know exactly what they're doing, and they follow the guidance and the boxes that they have to fit into in order to get there. I'm talking about engineers. I'm talking about, and I'm not saying anything negative about engineers. I'm just saying that they tend to take a very practical and grounded approach to things. Whereas the healers of the world, they generally think of it like comparing squares and circles. You're an outside of the box kind of person. And I think that that's a great thing, because you're the one who is here holding the space for all of the boxes to have meaning. Without people to service, like if there weren't people to drive cars, roads would be unnecessary, and therefore structural engineers would be unnecessary. So you're providing a really important collective support role in this lifetime, not just in the healing that you give other people through either your care or the physical things that you do, or your profession, aka being a nurse, being a doctor, being a disability support worker, being a reader, being a any of those professions. They're all here, and they're very circular in nature. And what I mean by that is that it's not necessarily going to follow a pathway that everybody else follows. And that's why when we try and ground our dreams into practical plans, sometimes they look a bit airy-fairy or a little bit far-fetched. So I think it's about finding balance in your career right now, finding balance between your family obligations, between your own commitment to self and giving to yourself the healing energy that you have to give to other people. I think the universe is saying to you, it's time to stop and take stock. You've only got so much energy to give, and you've already given so much to your family. You've already given so much to the world in the form of whatever healing modality that you're doing right now. And it's time to recognize that you've got the freedom to do whatever you want in this world. But if you're not balanced, it's not going to be able to move forward in a more flowy way. So they're saying caution is warranted. Just take a step back and find your balance again, and then you'll be able to move forward in a grounded way that has a plan. It's like the universe will open the doors for you once you take care of yourself first. And so with psychometry coming up here as well, sensitivity, it's letting me know that you are going through a spiritual awakening and you are becoming more sensitive to the fields that you're working with. And so sometimes when we are going through those integration periods of those spiritual gifts or those healing modalities or those even if you're a nurse and you're looking after other people, when your field is expanded, you're going to be much more affected by negative energies than if you were, say, in a closed off, fixed mindset. So it's just a reminder to make sure that you're doing the clearing work that you need to do in order to make sure that you aren't judging yourself negatively for being a sensitive person. It's actually your gift. That's actually your strength, and it's actually what you're providing to the world. So don't ever let anyone tell you that it's a bad thing, because it's not. It's actually a blessing in disguise. And what the universe is saying to you is that your sensitivity will be your freedom. It will be your goal. It will be the thing that you're bringing to heal the collective on behalf of everybody else. So let's jump in and do some tarot and see what else is coming up for you guys. And I think that the certainty that you are looking for in your career is going to be coming to you over the next few months, because it's like the universe is waiting for you to put in your order, but you can't put in your order until you are centered. So it's a process of coming back into the self and healing your own energy field and allowing yourself to have the freedom to choose the plan that works for you in a grounded and certain way. So the moon is all about our subconscious mind. It's about our emotions. It's about the subconscious ways in which we are interacting with our world. And because it is coming out next to these two moon cards, it's letting me know that there's a lot deeper energy going on for you guys at the moment in your career than what is obvious. So you may not have a specific, this is my career pathway that I'm headed down, and these are the things that I want to achieve in my career, and this is what's going to happen next week when I finish this course that I'm doing. That may not be a reality for you, and that's okay, because you are making progress, whether you can see it or not. It's hidden behind the veil, but the thing that you're meant to be doing is being you right now, as you are, without any extra effort, without any extra trying. This is just you, and that's your contribution. Your self-worth comes from the fact that you were created to be you, not someone else. You are going through a spiritual awakening, because judgment is all about, especially with the Chariot and the moon right next to it, it's like deep things coming up from the subconscious mind to move you forward in what you think is a good career. And I'm saying to you, it could be that you're going through some sort of a testing phase. I want to say a testing phase where the universe is saying to you, what judgments are you making about your own limitations? What judgments are you making about the world as a whole? In the sense, like, I'll make it more practical. Let's say you're a healer and you decide that you're going to start your own healing business, and you go out into the world and you do all of the logical things. You have a grounded logical plan. You follow the pathway that everyone else went down who have had success, and you get to the end of it and you go, nothing happened. I must be doing something wrong. The answer is no, you're not. You're just forgetting that you're an individual and that your gift is your gift, and your pathway is not everybody else's pathway. Your pathway is what you create. So if you do what everyone else did, you're not going to get what everyone else got. You're going to get disappointed because you're here to lead. You're not here to follow. And I think that it's outside of the box thinking is the most important thing when it comes to your career right now. It's the energy that you exchange with source that creates your abundance, not the amount of effort that you put in, the number of hours that you work, like how many times you show up is the most important thing. It's the fact that you open your heart to spirit and you exchange energy with source freely and lovingly, and that's what will return to you as your abundance. Queen of Pentacles, you're going to be fine financially. I don't think your career is necessarily, like, earning money for your career is not necessarily the biggest thing in your life. I think that caring for others, being a healer, your spiritual connections, all of those things matter more to you. But because of that, the universe is going to make sure that you always have the abundance that you need. You're never going to be rich, but you're definitely going to be wealthy. Four of Cups, an unexpected offer comes your way. So I do think that once you've gone through this rebalancing of your own energy fields, there will be an offer that comes to you for a collaboration with someone else that maybe opens some doors for you. Because I think the main message that Spirit's trying to give you is that you don't need the answers. You don't need the certainty. You just need to trust me and follow. And I think you've been doing that. And as a result, over the next few months, you might find yourself getting an unexpected offer to do a collaboration with somebody else. And it does lead to quite a few pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is all about seeing our worldly creations take form in the physical realm. So you are making breakthroughs in your career, guys. It may not be the path that everyone else is following, but it is the right path for you. And Spirit is saying to you, it's really proud of the way that you've walked the path so far, and to continue walking the path that you're going on, because it will eventually lead you to this place of happiness, security, and joy. So I hope that helped, guys. If you did enjoy my content, please do like, subscribe, and share. I'd really appreciate the help in growing the channel. Hope you have an amazing week, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, pile 3. If you chose this pile, then this will be your reading. Okay, Spirit, what's going on in your career right now? The end of a tough cycle approaches. Breakthrough is near. Full moon in Capricorn. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Pendulum, you have a decision to make. Wheel of Fortune, fate. Indriel, you are a light worker. God needs you to shine your light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and to help them to awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life missions. Justice. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need it most. Infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. I think that you guys in your career right now are trying to decide, do I follow my heart or do I follow my head? Do I do the logical thing, or do I follow through with what my intuition is telling me is the pathway forward? Even though it may be the less traveled road, it is the right path for you. So if you are in the legal field, if you are in the field of child protective services, if you're in the field of a divorce lawyer, anything to do with protecting people. So that could be police workers, that could be social security workers, anything to do with those fields that I feel is what this is all referring to. And I think that you may have been through a bit of a tough time over the last 3 years, especially with everything that's been going on in the world. And I feel like this is one of those times where fate is taking a hand in things in your career and helping you to get through the end of this really tough period of time that you guys have been dealing with. Let's jump in and get some tarot and some more details about what's going on here and about this decision that you do need to make. Just be rest assured that whatever decision you do make in your career, it is leading you to a really abundant place, because it's your fate, it's your destiny. You are a light worker. You're meant to be where you are right now, and you're helping everybody else to find themselves, to be empowered. And so I really think you'll be supported no matter what you choose. But my gut instinct is that communication is going to be a big part of your work moving forward for the collective. Queen of Wands. Nine of Swords. The Star. Queen of Cups. Six of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles. So I really feel like a long-term plan in your career is about to pay off in a way that gets you out of worrying about things in the future. So if you have been questioning with your career, should I stay or should I go? The answer is, it was always meant for you. You've put in all of this hard work. Don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle actually happens, because fate is now taking a hand in things and helping to swing the pendulum back into the direction of positivity, infinite abundance, justice, fairness, rightness. And the end of the cycle that you've been in is just about here. So please don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle happens, because this is really something that is for you. It's understandable that you've fallen into a little bit of a depression recently, but the universe is saying to you, don't let that keep you down. We need you now more than ever. Your job is important. Your career is important, not only to you, but the people that you serve, the people that you work for, the community at large. We all need you, and we need you to be strong in this moment right now, because very, very soon you're going to be seeing yourself moving forward in a way that lets you know that you can trust your own instincts. You can trust that you really do get what you're doing with your career, and that the support in the environment is actually there for you, whether you can see it at this moment or not. I definitely think that, it's time where people are going to start coming out of the woodworks and validating things for you that you've done potentially in the last 6 months, that are letting you know that your career is moving in the right direction. You're a good and valid person, and you are very much valued in your position. So there is some sort of recognition coming your way as well with the Six of Pentacles and the Star here. It's letting me know that it's a very emotionally fulfilling job that you have and that you're going into. So if there is a decision to change into something that is more emotionally fulfilling for you, then I would definitely recommend that you do that, because ultimately it's our emotion that creates our experience. And the universe is just saying to you, you will make the right decision for you. You are in touch with your intuition in this particular case. And I do feel like you guys do follow your advice and guidance very, very well. And I feel like as a result of that, whatever decision you make in your career over the next 6 months is going to lead you to a fully abundant field. One way you can trust your emotions, one way you can move forward emotionally, letting the past be in the past and see the growth that you've made for yourself over the last 6 months. The career progression is definitely here for you guys. I definitely think that you're being patted on the back for something that you've done in your career recently. Also, I feel like there is this energy with the the Knight of Pentacles here. This has been a long-term goal and dream of yours. It's not something that you just came up with this week. I think that you've been working towards this place for a really long time, and it might feel like it's never going to manifest for you because you've been putting in all of this effort. It's like the wheel's been turning and turning and turning, and you're just not feeling like you're getting the traction that you need to move forward with things. And I'm saying to you, there's a decision that you need to make that's going to unlock that wheel or fated experience that's going to help you to feel and know the traction that you need. Maybe it's communicating with someone in your, that's above you at your work, to let them know that you need a career progression at this point. Because if you don't get it, you might make the decision to leave. And I think that communicating that to your employer might actually give them the little push that they need in order to step you up abundantly, to step you into a more senior position in whatever it is that you're doing right now. Ultimately, though, I do see no matter what you do, whether you say something or not, there is going to be some recognition coming in for you. With the Star here, it's like you're glowing brightly, regardless of whether you're doing it in a positive way or not. You're magnetic to people who can help you in your career right now. So be open to receiving is what the message is. Be open to knowing that it's got to be fair, give and take. It's got to be something that, you've put on all of this effort to get to the end of the cycle. It's only fair that the justice comes through and gives you the abundance that you've worked for. I think there's this saying, after every storm comes a rainbow, and at the end of the rainbow is a pot of gold. I feel like that's the energy that you're actually walking into at the moment, and that all it's going to take is the decision to step forward in any direction. Whatever direction you choose, the universe is going to go, okay, rewards time. You've put in the work. Now let's have a fated experience that's going to bring you this abundance that I see coming through for you. So don't let yourself get caught up in the depressive thoughts that tend to happen at the end of a really difficult cycle. After you've been working really hard for a really long time, it's really hard to maintain that positive perception that it can change. And I think the main message there is that, of course, it can change. There's a law of change. If something doesn't change, it stagnates and dies. So you're at a position now where it has to change for your own good, for the energetics, and for the universe itself. So it's really positive energy moving forward in your career at the moment. And finally, you are teaching everybody around you, whether you realize you're teaching them or not. I feel like you're a natural teacher. So this could also be the pile of teachers. Because I do feel like there's this energy of just by being you, you carry yourself in such a way that everybody wants to emulate you in the future. So just know that you're on the right track in your career. I do think that there are some major breakthroughs and major new beginnings coming through in your field over the next 6 months. And you've got everything to look forward to and not much to worry about. So try and hold on to that as you move into the future, guys. I hope this has helped. Please do like, share, subscribe if you have enjoyed the content. I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next one.